He had zero luck all his life, but he still ends up getting the most beautiful and perfect girlfriend. Yuuki Izumi is the only child of a loving couple, and his parents have brought him up with great care. He is starting the first day of his second year in high school and leaves his home early so that he can meet with his girlfriend before the school starts. Yu has the worst luck in life as he is always getting into little accidents, like tripping on a stone the moment he leaves his house, getting hit by the smoke bursts of passing trucks, and tripping while trying to dodge pigeon poop. This might be because he seems to have used up all his luck finding a girlfriend who is the definition of perfection. His girlfriend, Miyako Shikamori, is eagerly waiting for him outside a cafe. Yu comes running to her, and she greets him with a radiant smile that turns everyone around her into her fans. They walk to the school, and Yu can't stop gushing over how cute his girlfriend is. Suddenly, a truck passes close to them, and Mia immediately pins Yu to the wall safely to avoid any mishaps. He apologizes to her because she is always there to cover for him, but Mia just holds his face, telling him that he doesn't need to apologize for anything. Yu blushes as he looks at his girlfriend's face, thinking that she is more like his boyfriend. This is the other side of her personality, where she is not cute but cool and dependable, and Yu loves this side of her more. They soon reach their school and find everyone gathered in front of the boards to find out which class they are in. Yu prays to God to let him be in the same class as Mia, and she blushes and laughs at him. The gods hear his prayers because both he and his girlfriend are in class 4. They have more friends in the same class, including the athletic and outspoken Nekazaki, the smart but slow Hachimitsu, and Yuu's dependable best friend, Inusuka. Yu and Inu head back to the class first, and he thinks that he overreacted earlier when he learned that he was in the same class as Mia. However, as he turns back to tell her something, he finds that she was even happier than him about it and was only hiding her true reaction earlier. Soon, the class starts, and the teacher asks everyone to introduce themselves. Yuu's turn comes first, but he fumbles and introduces himself as Yuuki Izumi, making everyone burst into laughter. Later, Yu is about to get hit by a duster that slipped out of someone's hand, but Mia quickly hits it away, and it lands on her head instead. Yu gently brushes her hair while thanking her for always taking care of him. Mia turns red from embarrassment, so she immediately runs away to the washroom. In the meantime, some jealous boys gang up on Yu and say that he is only causing trouble for his perfect girlfriend. They say that he doesn't even deserve someone as good as her, but Mia hears it as she returns from the washroom. She enters the classroom, pretending that she didn't hear anything, and asks Yu to come to the library with her. As soon as Yu is out of the class, she turns around and gives the boys a death stare, telling them not to mess with her man. After school, Inu comes up to Yu and invites him to hang around to celebrate the start of the new school year. He is down for it, and he invites Mia and her friends to it too. Mia and Yu start flirting with each other again, and their friends feel unwanted now. They go to the bowling alley, where Nico and Inu suddenly become fierce rivals. Mia pulls her hair back, and seeing her exposed neck turns on Yu, so he immediately leaves to get some balls. In the meantime, Nico and Hachai surround Mia and tell her to lose on purpose to let her boyfriend have all the glory because it will make her look cuter. Soon, the games begin, and Inu proves that he is significantly better than Nico. Hachai is just a frail girl who needs to carry a bowling ball with both hands, but she is better than both Nico and Inu and hits all the pins at once. Next up is Yuu's chance, and his ball curves at the very last moment, hitting only one pin. No matter how hard he tries, his luck stat is in negative, so the ball doesn't stay on its path. Nico and Inu laugh, saying that this too is a miracle. Finally, it is Mia's turn, and her friends remind her to lose on purpose to be cute. Mia wants to hear her boyfriend call her cute, but as Yu cheers her on to do her best, she suddenly flips. She hits perfect scores one after the other, and everyone cheers upon her flawless victory. Mia is happy, and she high-fives Yu, who thinks that she is really cute. After that, their friends go their separate ways. Yu and Mia head home too, and she protects him from the newspaper that comes flying at him because of the strong winds. He thanks her for always saving his sorry ass and says that he feels pathetic that she always has to do this for him. Mia gets upset at this and suddenly stops. Yu says that he feels that he cannot do anything for her, and she feels hurt. Suddenly, a shop sign above Yu loosens and falls on him, but Mia kicks it away before it can hurt him. She holds Yu's hand, telling him that all he needs to do is stay by her side. She declares that whatever people say doesn't matter, and she will always protect him. Yuuki feels like he could get pregnant right now because his girlfriend is the real man in their relationship, and he tells her that he loves her. Mia gets flustered because she was not expecting it, and then Yuuki remarks that she was like a superhero when she saved him just now. She shuts him up, saying that it was just a coincidence, because if he praises her anymore, she will melt right here. Soon, it is time for some sports tournaments at the school. The boys will have a soccer tournament, and Yuuki hopes that he doesn't get injured while playing. Mia comes running to him to tell him about her team in the girls' volleyball tournament. They look at the timetable, and Yuuki is heartbroken to find that the timing for their games overlaps. Mia is also sad that they can't be there to cheer each other up. She remarks that their opponent in the first round is the strongest team in the school, and she is not sure if they can win. Yuuki holds her hands tightly, telling her that even if they are apart, he is always cheering for her. Mia turns red with embarrassment and tells him that she will do her best. Soon, the soccer match begins. Inu passes the ball to Yuuki, but his shoelaces snap and he falls to the ground, letting his opponent take the ball. Mia and Nico are watching them because their game still has a few minutes to start. She feels bad that Yuuki is getting hurt, so she tries sending her best wishes to him like a kamehameha, and Nico cringes on seeing that. Her best wishes almost work, giving Yuuki the ball possession to make a shot at the goal, but then wind blows the ball away, and he ends up kicking the air and falling on his butt. When Yuuki gets up after that, he doesn't even notice that the ball is coming towards him because he is busy waving to his girlfriend. As a result, the ball hits him right in the face, knocking him out. Mia can't contain her worry, so she runs to check up on him, telling Nico that she will be back by the time their match starts. Yuuki is taken to the nurse's office, and Mia is looking after him. He is embarrassed that he looked so pathetic in front of everyone, and Mia bluntly tells him that this time it was not even his misfortune but clumsiness that was responsible for it. Mia then starts caressing his hair when she notices a scar on his forehead. Yuuki tells her that earlier, he used to get injured a lot, and this scar must be from when a truck crashed into his house. Mia is even more worried now, and she asks Yuuki to try and always stay by her side. He blushes on hearing that, and then she decides to leave for her game. Yuuki says that he will also protect her, and Mia immediately turns back, saying that she doesn't want to play volleyball anymore. She lifts up the blanket to hide underneath it, and Yuuki flushes red. However, Mia was just messing with him, and he pouts as she finally leaves. However, once she is outside, she realizes that she was too aggressive just now. On the other hand, Hatchai's basketball team won their game, with her contribution being next to nothing as all she did was run like a grandma and gasp on the court. Nico comes to congratulate her and then notices that the top volleyball player of the school, Kamiya, has arrived on the court. She has a lot of fans among the girls, and Nico tells her that no matter how good she is, they won't lose to her team. Kamiya takes her comment in good spirit, but when Mia comes there, she seems to ignore her and walks away. The game starts, and Kamiya starts scoring points for her team. On the other hand, the boys' soccer match is over, and Yuu's team lost badly. Yuuki consoles the crying Inu and says that they should go cheer on the girls now. They meet up with Hatchai and see the intense match, with both sides trying their best. Inu notices that their class is losing 19-15. Yuuki starts cheering up on Mia loudly, and she is filled with the determination to not lose at any cost. She changes her hairstyle into sports mode, and Yuuki and a lot of girls get butterflies in their stomach on seeing that. The game gets even more intense now, with Mia taking the lead. Yuuki recognizes the ace of the opposing team, Kamiya, too. The game continues, and at the end, Mia leads her team to victory in the first round. Nico hugs her, and both of them fall to the ground. Soon, Yuuki comes running to congratulate Mia. The tournament continues, and their team becomes the champion, and the entire class gathers to celebrate. Mia has become a school hero, and a horde of her fangirls are outside the class to get an autograph from her. It doesn't stop even after a few days have passed, and the girls always surround Mia whenever they get free time. She is getting bothered now, but on the other hand, Nico is enjoying the stardom after becoming the school champion. Yuuki is the most affected by this sudden change because he finds it extremely hard to be close to Mia during school time. As he is whining about it, Inu notices something coming towards him from the playground. He pushes Yuuki to safety, only to get hit in the face by a volleyball. He falls to the ground, and Yuuki asks him if he is okay, saying that this is his fault. Mia tries to get past the wall of her fans to check up on the situation, but as she sees her boyfriend caring for another person, she gets jealous. Her serious expressions make her fans swoon even harder. As the day ends, Yuwu walks back home alone. He realizes how hard life is without Mia. Today, Inu acted as his meat shield and protected him from everything, but he is not as good as Mia, so he sustained a lot of injuries. As Yuwu is lost in thought, he slips on the stairs, but luckily, Mia arrives there just in time and saves him. He turns red at this, and then she angrily asks him why he was heading home alone. He nervously tells her that he doesn't feel like bothering her when she is popular, and Mia pouts, saying that she wants to go home with him. She is jealous of Inu, who is spending more time with Yuwu than her. She asks Yuwu if he was planning to go home with Inu today, and he laughs, saying that he was planning to wait for her at the school gate because he felt lonely without her. Mia is moved upon hearing that, and she fidgets around, saying that they should get going now. One day, Inu gives Yuwu some film tickets he got from his senior. However, he has a part-time job on the day, so he can't go, and he wants Yuwu to go in his stead. Mia heard this all, and she is intently staring at Yuwu so that he comes to her. He approaches her and asks if she wants to see a movie, and she immediately agrees. At night, Yuwu is excitedly waiting for tomorrow so that he can go on a movie date with his girlfriend, but then he recalls that bad things always happen whenever they go on a date. One day, it started raining without a warning, and another time, he lost his wallet. Mia has always smiled and dealt with the situation nicely, but Yuwu doesn't want to burden her with his misfortune any longer. He begins preparing for tomorrow, stashing umbrellas and towels, among other things, to avoid any mishaps. He ends up filing the entire backpack, and it gets really heavy for him to even carry, and he falls down. His parents soon come to check up on him, and he tells them that he is fine. On the other hand, Mia is also preparing to look cute on the date. She tries various outfits, but nothing seems to give her satisfaction. Soon, her elder brother comes in, and on spotting the clothes on her bed, he asks her if she is going somewhere. Mia tells him that she is going to see movies with her friend, but she refuses to tell him any more details. He is taken aback, but simply wishes her good luck before going out. The next day, Yuwu leaves his house early to avoid any misfortunes. A few small things happen on the way, but he still makes it in time, only to find that Mia is already waiting for him. She looks really cute, and he is dazed by her appearance. They take the train, and Yuwu begins to imagine that a romantic scene will come on the screen, and using that as a chance, he will kiss Mia too. He turns red while imagining things, and Mia asks him if he is feeling alright. Once they reach the movie theater, Yuwu asks Mia which movie she wants to see. She asks him to choose for her, but he declines, saying that she always prioritizes his choices. That's why, at this time, he wants to see the movie she picks. He is too insistent, so Mia accepts his offer and decides to watch the ripoff of the movie It. Yuwu is stunned because he was not expecting her to pick a horror movie. He then begins imagining that Mia will get scared while watching the movie and cling to him, which will be his chance to act manly and impress her. However, once the movie starts, Yuwu is the one who is gripped by terror. He begins vibrating like an old Nokia phone, but then Mia gently holds his hand, telling him that it is fine. Yuwu somehow endures the movie, and when he comes out, he is completely drained. Mia apologizes for picking a horror film, but Yuwu thanks her for staying by his side. Otherwise, he would surely have passed out. With that, they go to fill their bellies. First, they decide to have some delicious but expensive pancakes. Yuwu has been saving money for this, but then he finds that his wallet is missing. He had even tied a string to keep it with him, but even the string snapped. Yuwu is dejected and constantly apologizes to Mia when, suddenly, they run into his parents. Mia immediately greets them, and then they learn about their movie date and Yuwu losing his wallet. They invite Mia to come eat something at their house, and she gladly accepts it. Yuwu's mom, Motoko, cooks delicious food, but as she is about to serve it, the tongs fall from her hand and hit a fork in Yuwu's direction. Mia quickly grabs it and saves him, remarking that he must get his unlucky genes from his mother. She starts eating after that, and the taste of the food blows her away. Yuwu's parents pamper her and fill her plate, and she says that she is glad to eat such delicious homemade food after such a long time. She flusters and tries to change her statement, but Yuwu's mom tells her that she is always welcome here to eat with everyone. After that, Mia goes to help Motoko in the kitchen, since Yuwu has fallen asleep. Motoko teases her, asking if she wants to ask any secrets about Yuuki or see his childhood photos. Mia panics, unable to process what she really wants, and then Motoko says that if she doesn't have anything she wants, she would like to ask her for a favor. Motoko tells Mia that when Yuuki was in kindergarten, he always came home covered in injuries. She was always worried about him, but he never stopped being cheerful. That's why she requests that Mia never stop liking her son. She knows that it must have been hard on Mia to deal with Yuuki's misfortunes every day, but she replies that it is not true. Mia says that because of his misfortunes, Yuuki knows pain very well, and that is what makes him kinder than everyone else. She promises to always keep him safe, and Motoko starts blushing, as Mia's riz has overwhelmed her too. Later, Motoko wakes up Yuuki, telling him that it is time for Mia to go home. He immediately gets up, only to see Mia playing video games with her dad. With that, Yuuki takes her home. Soon, summer arrives, and Yuuki's friends call him so that they can plan how to spend their vacation. As soon as he gets out of the building's shade, a cicada flies right into his head, but his friends are not even surprised by these minor accidents anymore. Yuuki begins feeling dizzy because he has zero tolerance for high heat and sunlight. Suddenly, he feels a cold bottle touching his face and turns around to see Mia behind him. She tells Yuuki to take care of his hydration, and he thanks her. Hachi tries covering him with her umbrella, and Nico teases Mia, asking if she is fine with another girl hitting on her man. Mia replies that it's cool because it's Hachi. After that, Nico declares that she wants to go to the sea during summer vacation. Mia's eyes sparkle with excitement upon hearing this, and Inu also agrees with the plan. On the other hand, Yuuki is not so glad about it because he always gets severe sunburns, so all he can do is watch everyone have fun from under the shade. Inu knows this too, so he suggests that they go to a river instead, because it will be cooler and more suitable for Yuuki. Yuuki objects, saying that he is fine if everyone wants to go to the sea. However, Inu replies that they are not doing this just for him. They are doing it because they want the entire group to have fun. Yuuki is moved and says that going to a river would be nice in that case. Hachi says that Yuuki and river might be a disastrous combo, but Mia assures everyone that she'll be there to protect him. A few days later, the date sheet for their final exams is announced, but Nico doesn't care about that. She can't control her excitement for the holidays that will come after the exam, so she brings everyone shopping for their trip to the river. Inu is not happy because he would rather study, but Nico says that they should buy some swimsuits first. Both of them begin quarreling, and Mia asks Yuuki if he will try swimming too. He recalls the horrible experiences he has had in the past, so he declines, but Mia starts teasing him, saying that she was looking forward to seeing him in a swimsuit. She also decides not to swim, so Nico and Hachi go swimsuit shopping. In the meantime, something else grabs Yuuki's attention. Mia looks ahead and sees him ogling a poster of a swimsuit model. While Yuuki is just admiring her solid abs, Mia gets jealous and immediately runs to the swimsuit section and picks out the same swimsuit that the model had. Her friends come there just then, and they freak out at seeing her holding a risque bikini. Mia nervously explains to them that she saw Yuuki looking at a model wearing this, so she thought he might like things like this. She gets flustered while telling them the details, and Nico teases her, saying that she gets oddly competitive when things concern her boyfriend. Nico recalls the time when Mia was just a stranger to her. She was a big admirer of Mia, whom she hailed as the perfect woman, and wanted to be friends with her. Hachi, on the other hand, was chill about it and told Nico that she shouldn't be so desperate as it looks creepy. Then one day, they had a basketball match, and Mia snatched the ball out of Nico's hand and scored a point before she could even realize it. That fired up Nico's competitive spirit, and she began playing seriously. Mia didn't really mind it, but as she saw her boyfriend impressed by someone else's game, she too became serious. They had an intense game, and after that, Nico invited Mia to have lunch with her, which was the beginning of their friendship. Mia gets embarrassed upon hearing that story and tries to deny that she is competitive, but Nico interrupts her and says that they should find her a swimsuit first. On the other hand, Yuuki and Inu are studying in a cafe. As the girls arrive, Yuuki brings an extra chair for Hachi and then goes back to his seat. He notices that Mia is looking quite happy and asks what happened. She turns red with embarrassment and says that she bought nothing. He keeps pestering her to stop lying, and their friends have fun watching them. A few days later, Yuuki and Mia return home after exams. Yuuki is in a bad mood because all his pens stopped working in the middle of the test. and that cost him 15 minutes before the teacher could arrange for working pens. Even at night, he can't move on from today's misfortunes. Suddenly, he gets a call that startles him. He sees that it is from Mia, and he picks it up. He asks her what the matter is, and she replies that she wants to see if he is still depressed. After Yuuki assures her that he is fine, Mia says that she was also feeling like hearing his voice. He turns red at that and decides to fulfill his girlfriend's wish. He tells her to look at the sky and begins telling her about stars and constellations. He reveals that he was always interested in stargazing, but whenever his dad took him out for that purpose, it began raining, so he has never seen the constellations properly. Mia immediately tells him that she will take him to a place where he can see the stars to his heart's content. However, Yuuki tells her that he would rather go somewhere that she wants to see badly so that he can see her happy face. Mia starts blushing and can't come up with anything she wants. She tells Yuuki that she just wants to follow him because his happiness is her happiness too. Yuuki begins crying as he thanks her. He says that he really wants to see her right now. Mia gets flustered, cuts the call, and starts kicking her bed in excitement. Once the exams are over, Yuuki and his friends gather to go to the river. Once they reach the river, Inu starts crying, saying that it is a miracle that the weather is good despite Yuuki being with them, and even Yuuki agrees with him. After that, Inu and Nico start drooling, because it is time to set up a barbecue. They set up all the ingredients on the picnic table, and Inu picks up the knife and stabs an onion with it. Nico freaks out and asks why he used a knife if he is so bad with it. She takes him away from the dangerous things, but then Yuuki picks up the knife. Nico panics and asks him to stop, but everyone can only watch as Yuuki swings it down and perfectly cuts an onion in half. He begins to chop the onion effortlessly and explains that he helps out his parents sometimes, so he has some decent skills. Mia is shocked because she didn't know about this, and then she gets jealous and suspicious of Inu when he remarks that boys who can cook are husband material. After that, they begin working the barbecue, but Mia seems to be preparing something else. She cooks a shrimp and mushroom stew just for Yuuki, and everyone else thinks that it is unfair. Yuuki feels lucky that his girlfriend is good at everything, but he spits out the first bite he takes. He falls to his knees, unable to understand what the food tastes like because his taste buds have been destroyed. Mia is confused about his reaction, so she takes one bite too, and she immediately realizes that she can't become a good cook just by watching YouTube videos. Despite that, Yuuki gathers his courage and begins eating the dish she cooked. She tells him to stop, but he replies that she worked so hard to cook it for him, so he cannot disrespect it. This hurts Mia's ego, and she promises Yuuki that she will definitely learn how to cook delicious food for him. After everyone is done eating, Yuuki brings some s'mores he has made. Everyone enjoys it, and he looks at Mia for her validation. She licks her fingers and seductively tells him that she can eat this every day. Yuuki turns red, and the girls tease him to make him more flustered. After that, Nico, Inu, and Hachai run to the river, but Mia and Yuuki stay behind. Mia tells Yuuki that next time they should eat like this together, and he blushes as he agrees. They dip their feet in the river, and Mia is getting self-conscious about the swimsuit she wants to show Yuuki. On the other side, Hachai has become a star for the children as she lies in an inflatable clam. Nico and Ino can't stop laughing at that, and they take her to the river. Mia is getting more uneasy as time passes, and then Nico takes her away too. As Yuuki gets up and admires the scenery, he notices a girl getting swept away by the current. Meanwhile, Nico teases Mia, asking when she is going to show Yuuki the swimsuit she bought just for him. She replies that maybe she isn't bold enough to do that, but then Inu remarks that Yuuki is nowhere to be found. He has gone to rescue the lost girl, and as he pops up in front of her, she attacks him instinctively. After he succeeds in calming her down, he takes her to the shore and helps her get to the surface. However, as he is about to climb up, he sprains his ankle and falls into the river. Yuuki is swept away because he is unable to swim now, and the girl screams, attracting the attention of Mia and friends. As Mia notices Yuuki getting swept away, she doesn't waste a moment and immediately dives into the river. Yuuki is just about to lose his consciousness when Mia reaches him and brings him out of the water. Once they are on the surface, she flicks his forehead angrily, asking why he did not call for her. Their friends come running too, and they are really worried about Yuuki. The girl's mother also thanks him and apologizes on her daughter's behalf. The girl thanks Yuuki and says that he was really cool. She kisses him on the cheek before leaving, and this makes Mia really jealous. After that, they begin splashing around in water, and only after a few minutes does Yuyu realize that Mia is wearing a cute swimsuit. Later, they go shopping, and after that, they pay a visit to a popular ice cream store. Yuyu and Mia get their ice creams first, and Mia asks him to try the one she ordered. Yuyu gets embarrassed as he realizes she wants an indirect kiss from him, but he still tastes the ice cream. It is Mia's turn next, but before she can reach Yuu's ice cream, Inu appears out of nowhere and gobbles the entire thing up. Both Yuyu and Mia are distraught and lash out at Inu, who offers to give them his ice cream in return. The jealous Mia swoops his ice cream and eats it in one gulp, getting brain frozen as a result. Inu tries stealing her ice cream too, but she is too fast, and Yuyu can only watch them fighting when he was the one who lost his ice cream. Soon, it is time to return home, and they find that the entire train is vacant. They take their seats, and Hachai falls asleep immediately. Inu and Nico join her soon, and Mia is also struggling to stay awake. Yuyu tells her that she can rest too, and she immediately falls asleep. The train gets a light bump, and Mia falls on Yuu's shoulder. He can't bear the sight of her cuteness, so he begins thinking about how much fun he had today. He falls asleep thinking that, and soon Mia wakes up. She is surprised to see herself leaning on Yuu's shoulder, but then sees that he is taking in Yuu's support. She looks around, and after confirming that no one can see her, she pulls Yuyu over to her shoulder and begins ruffling his hair. Once Yuyu returns home, the built-up fatigue and sunburn hit him altogether, and he can't even get up from the bed. He is on a call with Mia when he sees the news about a fireworks festival that will be displayed this weekend. Yuyu immediately tells Mia that they should go to see the fireworks, and she has no reason to refuse him. On the day of the festival, Yuyu tries on his dad's traditional clothes, but they are too big for him. Motoko reads the details and gets nostalgic because she hasn't seen fireworks in a long time. Yuyu's dad immediately remembers something from this and decides to share his wisdom with his son. On the other hand, Mia is trying to wear traditional clothes by watching YouTube videos, but it is not going well for her. Her brother sees her struggling, so he helps her. He leaves, saying that she is too clumsy, and Mia is pissed off. Later, Yuyu is at the festival gate, waiting for Mia. This time he is fully prepared and has multiple wallets, so even if he loses one, he will be fine. Mia comes there soon enough, and he is smitten by her adorable looks. She also feels the same way about him, and the mood becomes awkward quickly. They enter the festival after that and thoroughly enjoy themselves. Yuyu gets cotton candy for himself, and Mia says that she doesn't want any. She simply tells him that she doesn't really like sweets that much. This comes as a shock for Yuyu because she enjoyed the pancakes and the s'mores he made. However, she plucks a tuft from his cotton candy, saying that recently she has started enjoying sweets more, thanks to his company. Next, they try a shooting game, and Yuyu tells Mia that he will win any gift she likes. She wants the wolf plushie, but Yuyu fails to even hit it once. The shopkeeper also feels bad for him and gives him a free plushie. Mia takes up the rifle next, and the shopkeeper says that it will be tough for a girl to hit anything. However, Yuyu cheers on her, and it puts Mia in full competitive mode. She shoots down all the prizes within seconds, and even the shopkeeper is impressed. He hands her the wolf plushie, and Mia gives it to Yuyu instead, because she won it for him in the first place. Their friends are also visiting the festival, and they are surprised to find the lovebirds there. While the girls comment on each other's dresses and click some selfies, Inu challenges Yuyu to a game of goldfish scooping. Inu has some skill in scooping goldfish, but Yuyu loses even before he can play because of his bad luck. Inu celebrates his victory, but then finds the menacing Mia standing behind him, ready to avenge her man. However, she has never played the game before, so she is not good at it. Mia seems too busy, and her friends fear that she will miss the fireworks show at this rate. So Nico takes initiative and snatches the scooper from her hands, saying that she will win the game for her. Hachai tells Mia that the fireworks will start soon, so she leaves with Yuyu, thanking her friends for covering for her. Soon, they reach near their destination, but Mia's slippers break. Yuyu manages to fix them, but it is quite late by then. He also notices blisters on Mia's feet because she is not used to wearing slippers like this. He tells her that they should not move anymore and see the fireworks from this place itself, but Mia doesn't accept that. She wants to know where Yuyu planned to take her, and he finally reveals that his dad told him about a secret spot to watch fireworks. Mia is really eager to go there now, but Yu prohibits it because she can't walk. She sadly accepts his decision and agrees to go to the normal spot. Yu then asks her to get on his back because she can't walk, and Mia is flustered. She is nervous that she might be too heavy, but he assures her that he can carry her. She climbs on his back, and as Yu starts walking, the fireworks start. Mia finds that he is heading in the opposite direction of the festival, and Yu tells her that he wants to go to the secret viewing spot with her after all. She thinks that it will be too much for him to carry her there, but he tells her to stop struggling. He comes to a long flight of stairs and starts climbing them gradually, sweating with each step. They soon reach an empty shrine and sit on a bench there to enjoy the fireworks in the company of each other. Mia apologizes to Yu for making him work so hard. She is nervous and says that she wants him to think that she is cute, and she is afraid that he will think that she is weird. Yu finds her even cuter now, and then remarks that he has already seen her dark side, so it doesn't matter. He tells her that she is perfect and always wants to look good, but when she is with him, she should try to be more relaxed without the fear of being embarrassed. Yu then tells her that he wanted to invite her here last year too, but they were just friends back then, and he could not gather the courage to do it. Mia gives him a shoulder push, saying that last year she was waiting for him to invite her. But none of that matters now, because they are together this year and the fireworks are pretty. After that, Yu carries Mia on her back again to go home, but he slips on the first stair itself. Out of nowhere, his dad arrives at the scene and carries both of them safely on his back. His mom also turns on the flashlights so that they can see better, and Yu asks them why they are here. Motoko reveals that they were watching the fireworks right behind them, but since they were too busy flirting with each other, they did not interrupt them. Both Mia and Yu are embarrassed to hear this, but at least his parents didn't hear their conversation. Soon, the vacation is over and everyone is back to school. They immediately start preparing for the cultural festival, and Yu is grouped with the costume team along with Hachai. Mia is on the decoration team, and she seems to be having fun there, which makes Yu jealous. Last year, they were both on the costume team, so they chatted a lot, but they can't this year. Mia is also jealous that a lot of girls are giving Yu attention, and she just stares at them angrily. On the day of the cultural festival, as Yu enters the school gate, a boy hands him a token with the number 44 on it, which is part of a school tradition. Soon, Yu groups up with his classmates, who have dressed as animals for their animal-themed cafe. Yu is wearing a lion wig that doesn't really suit him. Inyu is a dog, Nico is a cat girl, and Hachai is a bee. Mia comes there, flushing red about her bunny costume, and Yu immediately starts flirting with her. The festival begins, and the students begin catering to their guests. Outside, Nico and others are attracting guests, while Yu is taking orders inside. He is swamped with work, and then his bad luck kicks in, making him slip over a paper slip. Suddenly, Mia arrives there, and she catches him along with the ice cream she was carrying. The guests are amazed by this and think that this is some kind of special show. Later, Yu and Mia walk back home, completely exhausted. Tomorrow, Yu has to work in the library in the morning, while Mia will be busy with the animal cafe. He feels a bit down because everyone is working hard, and he can't help them much. But Mia tells him that she will work hard on his behalf too. The next day, as Yu goes to work in the library, he finds that volleyball ace Kamiya is also there. They greet each other and get to work. Yu and Kamiya met last year when they both worked as librarians during their spare time. Last year, when Yu came to see Kamiya in the library for the first time, he was very nervous. As he tried to bow to her, he hit his head on the table, and she told him that he didn't need to be so respectful as they were classmates. Kamiya then taught him the details of keeping books organized. They grew quite close, with Yu nonchalantly complimenting her regularly. Now, as she sees him, she finds that he looks more confident and cool than before. She teases him, asking if this is because he has a girlfriend, and Yu blushes, asking how she knows that. Kamiya says that she heard it from Nico, who is in the volleyball club along with her. She seems oddly interested in Mia, and asks Yu how they started dating. He is taken aback by the unexpected questions, but Kamiya keeps on pressing him, asking more personal questions. She pins Yu against the bookshelf, saying that she has no ill intentions and is just interested in Mia. On the other hand, Mia is looking at the board where the token numbers of all students are displayed. It is a part of the school folklore that if two people have matching numbers, they become a couple, and Mia is not happy because her number doesn't match Yu. Hachai breaks the fourth wall to explain the rules of the game, in which the pair with the same numbers have to click their picture together to complete the quest and become a couple. Mia is jealous that another girl may get to click a photo with her boyfriend, and she will not let that happen. She is full of determination to find the girl with token number 44 and exchange her token. In the library, Yu finally answers Kamiya's question and tells her that last year, he and Mia got matching numbers. They were really excited about it, and Yu thought that his luck had finally awakened. So he even played the lottery but returned empty-handed. He walked around the festival with Mia by his side, both of them blushing red. Soon, they came to the area where couples with matching numbers were being photographed, and both of them expressed their desire to get their picture clicked. Yu was even about to confess to her, but then he lost the token and began thinking that it was an omen that he should not confess his feelings. However, Mia told him that they would search for the paper. They searched everywhere for 2 hours but found nothing, so Yu just clicked a picture of the chart to prove that they have matching numbers. The student council president was firm about the rule that couples must click pictures with the token in hand, but Yu was not ready to let this chance go. He pleaded with the president to let him click a picture with Mia, and the stern president broke the rule for him. He wrote his number on a fresh token and wished Yu the best of luck. After getting their picture clicked, Yu confessed his feelings to Mia behind the school, and just as he did that, Mia pulled him close and hugged him tightly. That is the full story Yu just told Kamiya, and she gives a dramatic reaction to it. On the other hand, Mia and friends are still searching for the girl with token number 44, but without any luck. Little do they know that the girl with the number 44 is none other than Kamiya. In Kamiya's imagination, she was a princess at a ball, and Yu was the Prince Charming she had her eyes on. She wanted to dance with him, but then another princess arrived at the scene, and she was Mia. Yu asked her to dance with him, and they gladly danced all night, while Kamiya accepted her fate and was left alone in the corner. This was the superimposition of her feelings with a movie she recently saw, and she talks about the movie with Yu. She tells him that she strongly relates to the princess, who didn't get the prince's love, and he doesn't understand the real meaning behind her words. Just then, Nico comes there and calls Kamiya outside. Mia is waiting there for her, and she begs Kamiya to exchange her token with her. Upon learning that she has the number that matches Yu, Kamiya is taken aback, but she still exchanges her token with Mia. Just then, Yu opens the door to tell them to talk quietly outside the library, and he is surprised to find Mia there. Kamiya tells him to go with his girlfriend because she can cover for him for the next few minutes, but Yu refuses to dump his workload on her. Kamiya blushes on hearing this, and Mia notices her reaction. Nevertheless, she and Nico come inside the library to rest. Mia keeps noticing Yu and Kamiya chat happily, and she gets a little jealous. However, the clock strikes 12, and Yu leaves with his girlfriend, leaving Kamiya all alone. Instead of crying over it, she ties her hair back and heads to her class to help her friends with the cafe. Once she takes charge of the work, everything goes much smoother, and even the guests are smitten by her. With everyone talking about how she is single despite being perfect, Kamiya can only think about Yu. She can't control her feelings any longer and goes to the rooftop to calm down. There, Mia comes to meet her and returns the token number 44 to her. Kamiya asks why she is doing that, and Mia replies that it is because it will be unfair to her. Kamiya is taken aback and asks how she knew, and Mia replies that she was the only one who noticed her feelings for Yu. She declares that since Kamiya also loves Yu, she cannot be a bad person, so she will not disrespect her by taking her token. She says that it would be a different case if she felt nothing while giving away the token, but if she needs to lie to herself for that, it is not worth it. Kamiya thinks about how far Yu is from his reach and then tells Mia that she doesn't need the token because, for her, it is just a piece of paper. She has no intention of telling Yu or anyone else about her feelings, and she feels awkward that Mia could guess it. She begins crying spontaneously, apologizing for not letting go of her one-sided feelings earlier. Kamiya says that Yu was kinder than everyone else, and she felt most comfortable with him, which is why she fell in love with him. She apologizes to Mia once again, who, in response, tears up the token, and then hugs Kamiya, telling her that she doesn't have to apologize for anything. Kamiya feels the same comfort she felt from Yu in Mia's arms, and after calming down, she thanks her. She also tells her to hurry back to her boyfriend and says that they should be friends from now on. The next day, Yu prepares for the last day of the school festival, which is also his first anniversary with Mia and her birthday. The cultural festival proceeds as usual and then ends, and a huge party is thrown to celebrate its conclusion. Yuuki, Inu, and Nico are drunk on apple juice, and they cry because their class store came last in the competition. On the other hand, Miya and Hachai are enjoying themselves. Hachai asks her to show the couple photo, and Miya nervously tells her that she didn't click one. Nico appears behind Hachai out of nowhere to give her a shocked reaction, and when Miya explains that she lost the token, she gets angry at her. After the party, Yuuki asks Miya to come with him to the park, where he nervously gives her her birthday and anniversary gifts in one. Miya is really happy to receive the gift and opens it to find a cute heart-shaped pendant. Yuuki puts the pendant around Miya's neck, but that sends Miya into a downward spiral as she remembers her interaction with Kamiya yesterday. She believes that Yuuki has become more outspoken and cheerful now, and even though she should be happy about it, she is afraid that he will go far away from her. She asks him not to change, and Yuuki comes in front of her, telling her that she is the one who has changed him most in the past year. He says that he wants to become stronger and more reliable so that he doesn't worry her, and Miya starts crying. Yuuki panics and wipes her tears, and then Miya sniffs while saying that she has made up her mind. She holds Yuuki's face close and says that no matter how attractive, smart, or perfect people come after him, she will never let him go. Both of them are blushing, and then Yuuki reminds her that they should get going now. But before that, Miya wants him to take a good look at her wearing the pendant and asks for his validation. Soon, the weather starts changing, and Yuuki takes a sick leave one day. Nico is throwing a huge fuss about him being ill with Inu, who just came in, but he already knows it. Yuuki has even texted him to take notes for him, but that upsets Miya because Yuuki didn't ask for that from her. Inu knows that it is not going to end well because Miya sees him as a love rival, and she must be really jealous right now. Later, he is whining about how Miya must think everyone who is close to Yuuki is her rival, but Hachai says that Miya never thinks this about her and Nico, even though they stay close to Yuuki. Inu freaks out on hearing this and presses them for details. Nico tries convincing him that Miya has no problem with him, but then she recalls that Miya was really jealous that her boyfriend spends more time with his friend than with her. After school, Miya asks Inu if she can come with him to visit Yuuki, and he has no problem. However, Nico and Hachai think that they can't let them be alone. Nico has her club practice, so she sets Hachai behind them. In the meantime, Miya and Inu go to a convenience store where she is trying to pick up some cough drops for Yuuki. She is getting confused about what to pick, but Inu comes to a decision pretty quickly. In the midst of all this, Miya accidentally calls him Big Brother, and when they realize it, she gets embarrassed and runs away. Later, she hands some snacks to Inu as a thank you for coming with her, but he doesn't trust her fully yet. They go outside bickering, where they find Hachai riding a toy. She acts smug and reveals that she was secretly following them, and now she has figured out Miya's heart. She puts on a Sherlock Holmes cosplay and then takes a puff from her fake cigar before asking Miya if she has an older brother with whom she has trouble opening up her heart. Hachai declares that Miya is imagining her brother in Inu, and by being jealous of him, she just wants his attention. Neither of them can believe it, but Hachai is firm in her hypothesis. Inu asks Miya to tell Hachai that she is wrong, but she is panicking while trying to deny that Inu talks and acts like her older brother. Inu realizes that Miya doesn't really hate him, but he still believes that she is not after his attention most of the time. Miya tries to stop Hachai from revealing anything else, but she notices the candies Inu has and asks him to give some to her. He refuses, saying that it is a gift from his attention-seeking little sister, and Miya is furious now. A couple of days later, Miya and Nico go out shopping. Yuuki is still ill and won't be healed until a few more days, so Miya is constantly watching her phone and texting him. Suddenly, Nico notices Kamiya looking at some books and immediately approaches her. Miya also follows her, and after greetings, Nico asks Kamiya if she would like to come with them. She was expecting her to decline as always because she is a famous loner, but surprisingly, Kamiya accepts and Nico is delighted. They have some fun together, and then Nico goes to the washroom, leaving Miya and Kamiya alone. Kamiya wants to try out a game, but she is bad at it, so Miya wins some snacks and gifts them to her. Kamiya feels her riz overwhelming her and turning her gay, and they decide to play some more games. Soon, Nico returns from the washroom and finds that Kamiya is getting along quite well with Miya, which is quite a surprise. They leave the shopping mall and find a basketball court outside, and just as they are about to start playing, two foreign girls come there and say that they have reserved the court right now. Kamiya apologizes for not knowing that, and the girls blush on seeing her cool looks. Miya and friends decide to let them play in peace, but the girls challenge them to a game. They taunt them, asking if they are afraid to lose, and the competitive fire inside Miya and Kamiya is lit. They accept the challenge, and Nico becomes the referee. The game starts, and Miya and Kamiya start overwhelming their opponent with their agile movements and swift passing. They completely demolish the two girls, but they are really happy to find such good players so randomly. They click some pictures after that, and then everyone heads home. Kamiya tells Miya that they should hang out as friends the next time, and Nico tries to say that they are already friends. Kamiya shuts her up, and then Miya gladly accepts her offer. Soon, autumn arrives, and it is time for the annual sports meet. The class leader decides to select students for the boys and girls mixed relay through a lottery, and thanks to Yuu's bad luck, he gets selected, but no one is surprised. Immediately after that, Hachai reaches for the lottery box, and she is praying that she doesn't get selected for the relay race. However, she also gets selected for the relay race, and she immediately turns into a ghost and clings to Yuu. Another nerdy girl picks up the slip for the relay race, but Miya volunteers to exchange her slip with her so that she can be with her boyfriend. For the next slot, Inu volunteers because he knows that running with friends is going to be fun. Nico also volunteers to join the relay team, and with that, the selection is over. Miya approaches Yuuyu, saying that it will be really fun to take part in the race together, but he is busy gushing over Inu and thanking him for joining the team. After that, they hold a strategy meeting, and both Hachai and Yuu clearly tell everyone that they are going to drag everyone back. Hachai is happy that Yuu is like her, but Inu tells her that Yuu is not slow, he just falls a lot. They soon reach the ground to start practicing. Nico starts the race and hands the baton to Hachai, who runs at snail pace and gets worn out mid-lap. She hands the baton to Yuu, who trips right as he starts, and Hachai thinks that they won't make it. However, Yuu gets up once again and keeps running. The athletic trio believes that they can still perform decently, even with two handicaps on their team, so they keep practicing. By the end of the day, both Yuu and Hachai are ragged, but they decide to practice some more after the athletic trio leaves to practice for other events. They practice till late at night and improve themselves a lot. Yuu thanks Hachai for staying up so late with him, and she assures him that she is doing this all for the happiness of her friends, so she will try her best. The day of the sports meet arrives, and Hachai has no motivation at all. First of all, the boys have a mock cavalry battle, and Inu and Yuu act as horses who carry the rider on their backs. Miya is smitten by seeing the cool side of her boyfriend, but soon, both Yuu and Inu come there, defeated and soiled. Next up is the girls' ball toss, and Hachai is participating in it. Her friends cheer her on as she collects balls from the ground, but they really don't have any hopes. All the girls fail to send balls into the basket because it is too high, but Hachai picks up 4 balls and throws them into the net in one go. Her friends can't believe it, but she keeps succeeding with every toss, despite her snail pace. However, she runs out of stamina at the end, so her team comes in second. Her friends congratulate and cheer her on, and Hachai has a smug smile on her face. Soon, it is time for the mixed relay race. Ino and Nico begin chanting prayers for Yuu's shoelaces, and he tells Hachai and Miya to do their best. This time, even Hachai has the determination to win, and everyone is shocked speechless by that. The racers get in position, and Nico takes the lead quickly. As Hachai is waiting for her chance, her heart beats too loudly, but Miya tells her to stay calm because everyone is there for her. Her words work, and Hachai successfully receives the baton from Nico. She runs at her full speed, but other girls easily overtake her. Hachai's mind goes blank, and she ends up tripping on her own 2 feet. She is unable to process what to do now when she hears Yuu's voice telling her to run just a little further. The image of Yuu running even after falling pops up in her mind, and she gets up. She runs towards him with an injured knee, thinking how happy her friends will be if they win this race despite her shortcomings. She hands the baton to Yuu and then heads towards Inu, where she starts melting because of exhaustion. On the other hand, Yuu is trying his best to overtake the guy in front of him when he suddenly loses one of his shoes. However, he is not going to let it hold him back, so he kicks his other shoe too, and then begins running ahead at full speed. He is unable to overtake anyone, but as he sees the look of determination on Miya's face, He realizes that they will win. He hands the baton to her, and she quickly overtakes everyone in front of her. But there is still some distance between her and the first place holder. As Inu turns around and sees the ferocious look in her eyes, he realizes that if he doesn't win, Mia won't forgive him. He recalls how his friends have done their best so far, and he is not going to let their hard work go to waste. So he grabs the baton and runs as fast as he can, overtaking first place and winning the race. Yu and Nico immediately tackle him to celebrate their victory, and then Yu runs to hug Mia for playing the most important part in their victory. She goes blank from embarrassment, and Hachai can just watch her friends bask in glory. As the volunteers hand her the flag to represent the winners, she still can't believe that they won. She smiles brightly and tells her friends that running with them was fun, and they click a picture to celebrate their victory. A few years ago, Yu was running late to school on the day of an important test because his alarm clock broke off. Suddenly, a cyclist came in front of him, and he jumped into the bushes to avoid colliding. He still sustained some injuries and got them treated by the school nurse. Later, his friends invited him to join their group during the upcoming school trip. Yu tried to refuse, saying that his bad luck would affect them too, but they told him that nothing would happen. However, as they were returning home that day, a huge teddy bear fell from a house and hit his friend. Yu was terrified. He thought that it was because of his bad luck, and there was no guarantee that the next accident would be as harmless as this one. So he decided to sit out the school trip and instead went to a shrine to ask God if he would always stay an unlucky loser. He wished that he could find a hero who would save him from his fate. Back to the present. After the annual sports meet ends, Yu and Mia are walking home. He tells her that they have not been alone together lately, so they should go on a date. Mia feels her heart pounding too loudly, and Yu is insistent on picking up a venue right away. He shows her the commercial for a popular amusement park, and as Mia sees the silhouette of a couple kissing, she gets really excited to go there. She gives Yu the look that she will devour him whole, but he doesn't understand her intentions yet. Soon after that, Mia goes shopping, and her brother tags along for a while because he was the one who drove her here. After teasing her a little, he decides to let her be on her own. Mia goes to pick some date outfits but can't choose what to wear. On top of that, she breaks down, recalling her reaction to the amusement park commercial earlier. She can't choose anything and returns empty-handed, where she finds her brother being pestered by two girls to come to karaoke with them. He is too stunned to speak, so Mia grabs his hand and takes him away. He is depressed because his little sister had to bail him out, and Mia takes this chance to tease him about being shy. He is pissed and says that she is not cute at all, and Mia recalls an incident from their childhood. She was learning karate, and her brother said she can do anything she tries her hand at, so she is not cute at all. He left after telling her all the best, and then other students surrounded her. At night, they had dinner, and Mia's cold and emotionally distant-looking mother expressed surprise that Mia had taken an interest in karate. But upon finding that she wanted to learn more, she positively supported her. Mia used her karate lessons to intimidate bullies in her class and became a hero among the girls. However, there was one opponent she could never defeat, and that was her brother. Then one rainy day, he told her that he was going to quit karate because he found something else to do. Mia was shocked, and when her brother asked her what she planned to do next, she had no answer. He taunted her for having no individuality and then advised her not to be like him or their mom. He told her to choose things for herself without looking at others first. One day, one of her friends lent her a popular romance manga, and when Mia read it, she felt butterflies in her stomach. That was the moment she realized that love is incredible, and she began yearning for it. She soon won the regional karate tournament, and her friends believed that she could even be a national champion. However, Mia declared that once she joined high school, she would quit karate because she had other goals in mind. That goal was to become a cute girl and fall in love with a kind and handsome guy. She began taking care of her looks, her weight, and her dressing sense. Then, on the day of her high school entrance exam, she found a boy and an old man staring at a tree. That boy was Yu, whose exam ticket was stuck on a tree branch, and there was no way to get it out in time. Mia approached him and learned of his dilemma, and then the old man left to bring a ladder. Yu was still too nervous, so Mia had no choice but to climb the tree for him. He tried telling her that it was too dangerous and she could get hurt, but she didn't listen to him and successfully retrieved his exam ticket. Yu thanked her, but Mia was feeling bad because even before her high school life started, She blew her chance of acting like a cute girl. When the results were declared, she met Yuuki again, and he remembered her as the girl who climbed on the tree to get his ticket. She was disheartened that he must think that she was unladylike, but Yuuki stopped her and told her about his terrible luck. He told Mia that many people get hurt when they are involved with him, so he is glad that she is fine. He told her that he was glad to meet her, and Mia felt the flower called love blooming within her heart. Yuuki was flustered by the words he just spoke and tried running away, but Mia grabbed his hand and asked him to tell his name. He nervously introduced himself, and the rest is history. Mia's flashback ends with this, and then her brother asks her what she bought. On learning that she was too anxious to buy anything, he teases her, saying that she must have some mental problems. They begin walking home, and Mia's attention goes to a cute shade of lipstick, but it is too expensive for her. Seeing her so interested in the lipstick, her brother decides to secretly buy it for her. At night, after Mia has finally decided what to wear, she keeps watching the kissing commercial again and again to prepare her heart for what is going to come. As she goes to the living room, she finds the lipstick she was looking at earlier, along with a message from her brother wishing her the best of luck. Mia smiles and thanks her brother. The next day, she gets ready for her date and leaves the house, full of excitement. On the other hand, Yuuki is waiting for her at the amusement park, and he is determined to make this date memorable for Mia. He has made a perfect plan for the entire day. Mia soon comes there, and Yuuki is smitten because she looks really cool. They enter the park, and first, Yuuki takes Mia to a shop where they sell animal ear headbands. She is too embarrassed to wear them because of the experience during the animal cafe. But since Yuuki is insistent, she decides to wear another accessory. She picks up a collar ribbon with a skull because it perfectly suits her dress. Yuuki is blown away because she looks like a charming vampire prince, and he gives her a big thumbs up. They go on their first ride after that, but the wait time for it is 90 minutes. As the queue moves ahead, they find themselves in a building with fake thorny vines all around. Yuuki tells her that they are here because the theme of this ride is Sleeping Beauty. Mia doesn't know the story, and Yuuki asks her how she can not know a classic. They talk about a variety of stuff, and then Yuuki asks her if she has a dream. Mia nervously tells him about the romance manga she read when she was in middle school, which made her dream about having a wonderful love life. She looks at Yuuki and says that the dream has already come true, and he blushes. They keep chatting, and the 90 minutes pass by without even realizing it. They get on the ride and hear the story of the Sleeping Beauty. The ride is quite slow, and the mood is perfect for Yuuki to fall asleep. Mia notices him just as the kissing scene is displayed in front of them, and she thinks that this is her chance to kiss her Sleeping Beauty. However, just as she is about to touch his lips, they come out on the other end of the ride. Mia is flustered and wakes Yuuki up, and then they run towards the next ride. They tour the gingerbread house full of candies. After that, it is time for the fancy dinner that is the main piece of Yuuki's plan, but he finds that the hotel staff gave their reserved table to another guest by mistake. Yuuki is devastated, but the receptionist apologizes to him and then says that they will give them another table. It turns out that today is Yuuki's lucky day because his table got upgraded from normal to premium class. Both he and Mia are really nervous as the waitress comes to get their order, but as soon as the starters come, Yuuki sheds his nervousness and becomes excited about trying the expensive food. He is amazed by the delicious taste, and Mia remarks that he always has a childlike brilliance in his eyes. She says that whenever she is with him, the world becomes prettier, and thus she wonders how pretty the world must be in his eyes. Yuuki blushes and tells her that she is exaggerating, but Mia is not going to stop. She holds Yuuki's hand and asks him what he sees in her eyes. He replies that he sees himself, and she says that he is correct because he is the only one she will ever look at. Yuuki's mind is blown, and he replies that Mia is also the most beautiful thing he has ever seen. Both of them blush, and then the waitress comes to pick up the plates. After that, they go outside, and Yuuki asks Mia what she wants to do now. The only thing on her mind is the kiss, and she coyly tells Yuuki that she wants to do the thing from the commercial. He agrees to it with a straight face, and that makes Mia even more flustered. He asks for her hand, and as she holds his hand, Yuuki asks her where she wants him to escort her. Apparently, he thought that Mia wanted him to hold his hand like the people in the commercial, and she loses hope after learning this. She accepts the escort service too and asks Yuuki to lead her somewhere they can talk for a long time. On the way, Yuuki finally realizes that Mia wanted to kiss him, and he is flustered. They get on gondolas after that and enjoy the pristine view from the center of the river, but Yuu's mind is fully on the kiss. He decides to click a selfie first, but just then, the lights go out and it turns completely dark. The administrator announces that the park is facing a power outage, and Yuu cries that his mighty bad luck is at work again. Mia holds his hand to tell him that it is all right, and they turn on their smartphone flashlights to see each other. Yuu apologizes that things turned out like this, but Mia gently kisses his hand, saying that they are completely alone now. They keep flirting with each other, and Mia says that she is glad that Yuu can only see her right now. This reminds him of the time she was insecure, and to make her believe that he will never go away from her, Yuu suddenly leans in for a kiss. He pecks her on the cheek and then falls to his knees, telling Mia that he loves her. She turns red as he promises to never leave her side. She smiles and hugs him tightly and doesn't let go even when the lights come back. She tells Yuu that this is the happiest moment of her life, and they both just smile at each other. The next day, Yuu is hiding his face from Inu, who asks if he is a modern art sculpture or something. Yuu can't even tell him that he is embarrassed about the assertive things he did on the boat last night, and starts freaking out. On the other hand, Miko and Hachai are also pressing Mia for details about their date, and she tries convincing them that nothing special happened. However, Detective Hachai has no problem concluding that Mia and Yuu kissed, which freaks Nico out. She wants to hear this from Mia's mouth, and eagerly asks her to describe the situation in detail. Mia blushes and tells them about their gondola ride, but as she reveals that Yuu kissed her on the cheek, Hachai and Nico are grossly disappointed. However, Mia assures them that it was a really sweet moment, and she wants to become more open-hearted like her boyfriend. Hachai says that she can't figure out if Yuu and Mia are like a couple of kindergartners or a couple of pensioners, but it doesn't matter as long as they are happy and in love.